Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Camo Henry, joined here by my co-host Cheese Tovey. Today we have some exciting UNC Dota Froggers action. We actually have the playoffs for the tournament that they're in, NACE Starleague. And they placed in the top 10 teams in their division, and so they are now, this is the first round of the playoffs, and it's a double elimination tournament, right? So they're obviously, they're in the winner's bracket right now. They could get moved down into the lowers bracket at any point, and then possibly make a run from there. Or they could just take it from the winner's bracket. Who knows?
Yeah, why not?
They do have a couple of tough opponents, though.
Purdue?
Yes, Purdue Gold is the team that is the one to beat in this bracket. They are currently 7-0, so undefeated at this point, and probably for good reasons. But you never know what can happen. Right?
We're going to beat them, is what we're saying. That's the conclusion.
They actually did beat their first team in the bracket by a forfeit. So I don't know, maybe
us or Purdue?
No. This is our first game of the bracket. Purdue Gold actually won their first game due to a forfeit. So I don't know if that was a scheduling thing or if the other team was just like,
intimidation.
You're too good.
Right?
We're just gonna forfeit and take the L.
Or maybe their players live in Ukraine or something. You know.
You never know. But so we are playing our game today, though. We are facing against UCLA Blue. There are two different UCLA teams.
Did we go up against one of them?
I think so. There's UCLA Gold and UCLA Blue.
We played one.
Yes, but UCLA Blue is the one we're going against today, and their current record is 5-1, while UNC Froggers are 4-2. So just a little bit off, but UCLA Blue, the only team they actually lost to happens to be Purdue Gold. So going to be a tough matchup today, I believe, but we're going to see UNC coming off of a win not last week, because we were obviously gone last week, but the week before, obviously, hopefully are feeling good and are jiving well together. It definitely looked like it that last time, but we are going to hopefully see some good Dota today.
I do know that Fudge got on some performance-enhancing drugs for last game. Maybe performance de-enhancing drugs, but
I don't know. Fudge
really helped him out.
Smooth, so last time and was doing pretty well. I think everything worked well last time, and we're gonna see if that continues. Yes, into this game. As we are going to be going into games shortly, it's looking like they're starting it up, though we are waiting on that spectator delay, so should be getting into that draft very soon. I don't think there's been any really meta changes or meta shifts since last time. So,
I couldn't tell you. You know what's something cool that I found out on Reddit?
What is?
Cool? Somebody listed out all these interactions with your own sentry wards you can do, and then people were posting confirmations where they used them in game. Yeah. Lich can put his ice shield onto a friendly sentry.
Oh, really?
Or by denying a friendly sentry, you can use Medusa's split shot, so it makes for really good high ground defense because the split shot goes crazy. So if you're shooting at a sentry next to you, the shots will go. There's a bunch of stuff like that.
I don't see the purpose of that, because you could just shoot the other things instead of denying your ward, and you'd still make the split shot go off.
No, it was useful when the creeps are just a little bit ahead and Medusa's on the high ground shooting the thing. The split shot range goes far.
Oh, really?
Farther than her normal right click. Yeah. It's little things.
Why not?
There was a lich who used the ice shield thing, put it on the high ground where a Leshrac was, and then leered him into it. It was a good play,
Okay, interesting. We are getting into draft now, so we'll be back with our beautiful faces in a little bit after this game.
I doubt
right
it.
now.
Okay, cool. We're getting the beginning of the draft. I like that.
So, yeah.
The soundtrack is fire.
Oh, yeah, this is my soundtrack. I still haven't sent it to you.
You didn't.
But I love it.
Can you turn it down?
Yeah, definitely turn down. So UNC Froggers is going to be on the top, while UCLA Blue is going to be on the bottom. The typical OD band from UNC Froggers.
There's no in between on this.
And Wyvern is going to be the first band from UCLA Blue. Interesting.
I like the Wyvern band.
We have seen some decent
Yeah.
of Wyvern play.
By Pseudo? Or was it
Yes.
Yeah.
Then Brazel. It was the pseudonym on the Wyvern with the Brazel
The
on.
Coddle band. Do you know why the Coddle band came out? Did you see 9? It was Tundra versus Secret. 9 played Coddle mid and just like broke the GPM records. Like he was stacking camps for himself and just like bursting them down like crazy. It was amazing. I think by like 10 minutes he was 5-0-2 or something.
Really?
Like he just like blew up that game. I don't know if that's what they were thinking, but
Tundra is a crazy team. They
right?
invented the mid Wyvern like meta for a little bit, and then Wyvern got like nerfed to hell and back.
I mean, they almost got
as
the
a carry.
TI doing that.
I know exactly against OG. Sadly, I don't know. I would have liked to see both of them be in TI, but sadly only one of them could make it through that qualifiers. And we do see a Weaver pickup on the side of UNC Froggers. This is most likely a pause 4 Weaver. I think
so.
I think we've seen it like once or twice before already. It's obviously really good at trading and early
Ags
game.
or something.
Yeah, Ags late game is good at save. Really good hero all around right now. I really think so. And we're going to see the Tusk pick up on UCLA Blue. Obviously, this could be a pause 3 Tusk, or this could be a support Tusk. Either way.
I think they recently changed Tusk's level 25 talent, where it will change his ultimate into like a % chance, like Kupta.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I wonder if they're gonna put him as like a core to like try to play around with that, or.
I don't think you really think about level 25 talents when considering whether. And now we have the Centaur War Runner, so that's most likely going to be the pause 3. And what I'd like to note about Centaur War Runner is he doesn't really have like a big game-winning like ultimate, right? Like Ravage from Tidehunter, or I don't know, even like a Mars Arena. It's just kind of like you can run at people and you can disengage with your Stampede, and then you have your like Hoof Stomp. But other than that, it's like.
Yeah, I actually hate both of these pause 3 picks.
I don't know. I think we've seen some good gameplay from this Underlord.
We certainly have. He combos well with the other players and everything.
Yeah, and especially in lane does well, especially with this Weaver pause 4. He's going to be able to trade pretty effectively. And I'm really liking UNC's team.
Although, they have a lot more running down potential.
Yes,
on
exactly.
UCLA.
Exactly.
With I mean, the Stampede every, 100 seconds, 80 seconds.
I think it goes down to 50 seconds.
Yeah. And Tusk together, I mean, you...
Yeah, you can. That's the point, I think, is they're trying to run down people, which is interesting because that's what the Froggers typically like to do. Is they don't really like pushing objectives. They like just running at their opponents, picking off people who are out of position, and being able to kill them. But even now, you have a lot of escape from. You have a lot of running potential, run at people potential, right, from UCLA. But you also have that escape potential, right? You can use Stampede defensively to just disengage from a bad fight, or Tusk can come in with a snowball save, right? So definitely some possibilities here for UCLA, whether they want to use it offensively or defensively, really either or in this case. Though typically you would want to be using it offensively, right?
Right. About the bans. Anything you got to say there, Timbersaw? I mean, you've already got 2 strength heroes. Do you think we're going to see a Husker come out or something crazy like that.
It's interesting. Possibly. It's seeming like these could be mid-ban picks, right? The Night Stalker ban from UNC, the Timbersaw ban from UCLA. But both teams have already pretty much committed to their off-lane picks, right? The Underlord and the Centaur. I mean, I'm 95% sure those are both going in the pause 3 position, right?
Right.
So just interesting bans there. Obviously, the Night Stalker is really good at running down UNC's team and playing with the kind of playstyle UCLA is looking like they're playing. Especially with this Tiny, the Timber just fucks up that team.
Yeah.
So good ban there, I think.
Right.
Though it looks questionable because you already have the Underlord. But you always could put it mid, so I think it was a good choice.
I mean, Tiny is nice though.
It really is.
Nice.
I really think Tiny is really good right now. Especially you get that shard 5 minutes earlier now. You swing that tree around, doing so much damage. Plus, you can buy Silver Edge if you need to / want to. You can buy Blink.
I'm betting money right now they will buy Silver Edge this game. There's just no way they don't.
Oh yeah, with Atrophy Aura maybe.
I'm hitting with the tree.
You're hitting the. All right. No one else can see you.
Yeah.
Now I would like to say Necro is really good here.
Pause 1 Necro.
Okay. Wait.
It is. We saw
it last time.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. We saw pause 1 Necro. Okay, but also like.
It's kind of nice. Against these like high health strength heroes.
I agree with you, but it's just like I don't think it did much as like a pause 1 last time.
No. All she did was use her ult like on, one of the cores in the fight.
Yeah.
But whatever their mid was that last time, it was huge. I don't remember if it was Void or something, but they were like practically carrying.
Yeah.
So if they can get just like a TA, something that will carry the game and use the Necro to support that, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so. But I also think this Necro could be like a mid pick, right? I totally think that they could put this in the mid and choose something better as a carry,
I like that you're hoping for versatility from UNC.
Oh, true. That's my bad.
Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah, you're right. They couldn't pick like an Abaddon or a Ricky or a Bounty Hunter into this, so it's probably for the best that they put the Necro as a pause 1.
Yep.
And they are going to pick the Jakiro as well. Really good at trading. Plus the slow attack, the attack speed slow is really good for Tiny, who already has such slow attack speed.
Yeah. It's important that they pick that up.
It really is. And I mean, looking at UCLA's lineup, like what are they going to use to really trade effectively? They have to pretty much run down people, but they do have a lot of stuns. That's what they do have. Especially with this Oracle pickup, they can lock down someone from a far distance, then run up on them and lock them down on a close distance. So a lot of lockdown potential from UCLA. And Oracle is also going to be a good save, right? If Necro tries to Reaper Sight someone, Oracle can just use False Promise to save them.
And I mean, they might still die, but at least it's not from the Scythe. Or does the Scythe go through it?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't think so.
I hope not.
It actually might. I'm not sure.
See.
I'm not sure. That's a good point. I'm trying to think. I know there's like a couple things that go through.
Yeah, like Axe.
AA Blast, right?
AA Blast.
AA Blast, Culling Blade from Axe. And I can't remember if Reaper Sight's in there.
I got no clue.
I
hope not. For
but either
UCLA's
way,
sake,
yeah. I mean, they're probably a lot more knowledgeable about the game than I am, so they probably. They obviously pick the Oracle into a Necro, right? And it wouldn't make sense if they were like, it can just get nullified by Reaper Sight.
I want to point out on the 2 bans, Froggers just banned Viper and Leshrac, and UCLA knew that they were pulling for a TA pick there. So I'm curious to see, Because my first thought was TA for their mid.
Maybe,
because they need
right?
someone to
Or-
carry.
Or it
So-
could just be big burst damage, and they're trying to pick a Huskar mid, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Viper and Lesh are pretty big, I think, Huskar counters.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Ember Spirit ban. That was the next thing I was going to say. I was
Yeah.
like, I know they have a good Ember that could, try to carry this game, but
I don't know, maybe
super
also
curious.
a Storm, because Storm can, like, zip around, and
Yeah.
they have lockdown, right? But not enough, like, instant lockdown to,
Right.
like, really lock down a Storm Spirit.
That could go well.
Yeah, I think a Storm Spirit. The only thing is that then they have, like, completely magic damage, right? You
That
build
would
a
be
pipe,
bad.
and what does this team do to you? Underlord, Necro, Jakiro, and a Storm Spirit then?
That would be very bad.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. I would like to see a right-click hero, just because then in the late game when Necro isn't doing anything because the other team has magic resistance, right, and status resistance, then you have someone to carry the game, but we'll see. They have 10 seconds left to pick, or
Yeah,
they'll go
right.
random. They are going to go with the Void Spirit.
Spirit.
Okay.
Okay.
So one of the spirits, we were just a little bit off there. Chose
Still
the
all
wrong one.
magic damage, though.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Obviously, a lot of escape as well on the Void Spirit, so hopefully going to be able to dodge some of this lockdown coming from UCLA.
Tinker. I honestly, I don't know. I haven't seen Tinker played a lot. I don't know how that matchup goes. Probably poorly for Void Spirit.
I'm not sure. I think so, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We are going to see the Pause 1 Necrophos and the mid Void Spirit, so
I like
gonna
the
be
tiny
what we
skin.
expected. I mean, that's just the typical, like,
I haven't seen it
pattern.
before. It looks really cool.
Yeah. All right, so we got to get these names down, right?
Oh, NC
Luffy.
Red. Luffy? Luffy?
Luffy, right? Because it's like it's spelled the same as from One Piece.
Okay.
Luffy, yeah.
Luffy.
Nathan.
Nay Nathan.
I'm
okay.
just gonna call him Nathan.
Yeah, probably. Red.
NC, and
NC.
Nuts.
Okay, yeah, nuts. Got it. Yeah.
Okay,
Woo.
we got it. Cool. Yeah. So, what are your predictions for this game?
My projection.
Predictions.
Prediction.
Projections.
I
We're
think.
projecting onto this game.
I think it's like. What am I trying to say? Like 4-1.
No,
that-
who's winning?
Well, I'm saying 4-1
Okay.
that
So
the
what?
UCLA wins. So
That's 80-20,
I think.
Okay,
Wait, maybe
sure.
it's 3-1. That
75-25.
yes, that's what I wanted.
That who wins?
UCLA wins.
UCLA.
I just
wins.
don't have
Okay.
faith in their same, like, mid has to be the carry of the game, while Necrophos basically does, like, one thing in the team fights, and he's still playing Pause 1. I don't like it a whole lot against Tiny, who's, like, and all of the stuns combined, like, just imagining how these fights are going to go against UNC, I don't see it going well for, Fudge particularly,
I
because
agree.
she's slow. It's going to be, like, tossed around.
I agree. Because Necro is very dependent on getting these spells off, right? To be able to sustain in fights. But if you're being constantly locked down in a team fight,
It's bad.
you're not going to be able to do what you're supposed to do, which is sustain, right? So even if you, I mean, you're going to go Radiance on Necro. I think that's just a thing that you do, especially on Pause 1 Necro. You might go like where are the boots? The boots that heal.
TP boots?
No.
Tranquils?
No, the other ones that heal mana and health. With mech and arcanes.
Oh, Guardian
Yeah,
Greaves?
Guardian Greaves. God, yeah. You could go Guardian Greaves on Necro, right? But
Right.
that's like a Pause 3 Necro
That
build.
is. We don't want to see that.
Yeah, we aren't going to see that, right? Because that's not a Pause 1 Necro build. So we're going to see Radiance, and then that delays like your BKB timing a little bit, because most carries you would get like,
Are you ready to
I don't know, like Yasha, Dragonlance BKB or something like that, right? It'd be like 2 small items into a BKB.
So the real question is, though, what's their plan for Tinker? Because Void is going to deal a lot of their damage, but if he has to spend his time chasing down Tinker, how do you think that goes?
I really don't know. I really don't know because they don't really have much jump. They have kind of some, right? But like Weaver isn't going to deal in pause 4 Weaver isn't going to deal enough damage to kill the Tinker, and neither is the Void Spirit isn't going to deal enough burst damage to kill off the Tinker alone. I think what they need to really focus on, like to kill the Tinker, is pretty much just finding him, pushing like a side lane, killing him there, and then taking like a bigger team fight, right? So like just setting up, maybe even with the Underlord ult, being able to just pretty much TP on top of the Tinker and trying to just find him and kill him.
Well, here, let me riddle you this. What if they see the Tinker in the trees, they use the Underlord ult, go like 20 feet into the trees?
Yeah.
And then they kill him.
That's
Not a good plan.
I mean, that's what they have to do exactly, right? I'm pretty sure either that or just be in the right position to catch the Tinker,
right?
Without the TP. But it is going to be tough, I believe. I mean, but even then, I mean, it's pretty much just pick off, right? I don't think that UNC can win a full-on team fight, just because UCLA has too much of a front line.
These fights are gonna have to be super long if they're gonna win with Necro, right?
Yeah. But even then, I just don't think they have enough damage to deal with the Centaur that's going to be running at them, along with the
Tiny
trying to also kill
them.
While the Tinker's in the back shooting missiles and lasers, right?
Tiny's going to be able to kill UNC backline in like a second.
Yeah.
It's going to be so bad. Nice damage, though. I was kind of worried about Void in lane here, but it seems like he's getting the better of these last hits and denies. Actually, he's got no denies. Never mind.
I mean, last hits, so.
But okay, getting into it. I don't know. I think they all just need to level up a little bit. There's not a lot of like level 2 kill potential, but certainly those death pulses are irritating.
It really is. They're irritating, and since UNC hit their level 2 first, especially because Fudge gets that point in Heartstopper aura, is able to pretty much just sustain the damage, as well as being able to just spam her spells a little bit more in lane, which is just going to be a problem for UCLA to stay in lane. Though it is also going to push the lane, as we see here. It's just going to be about if UNC is able to get pulls off and pretty much deny the lane.
So do you think what they're hoping for here is that Fudge is going to be able to get more last hits, do really well in that lane, and Underlord is also obviously with the aura and the Firestorms. We've seen him dominate against Paz once before.
Yep.
Oh, wow, Weaver just got caught out. The Sentry put down the one last right click, and Oracle catches up. I was not expecting that. But good first blood by NC there. Trying to get some of that gold back. Because I was just noticing that it seemed like Underlord was doing a fair bit better than Tiny on last hits. But I guess I was wrong. But
I think he is, maybe just by a little bit. But a kill definitely helps.
Oh, yeah. Even if it's just for the Oracle. Look at that, chasing down Nanathan. A lot of damage there. It's going to be really tough for him to stay in lane against Necrophos. I mean, it's a really tanky pause 1. You're not expecting it.
Especially you get those points and retaliate pretty early.
He's going to die. Oh my god. They take out Nanathan and just a moment away from dying for Luffy. He's got the Fairy Fire. He's okay, but wow. Both safe lanes nabbing a kill here. That's that was really surprising.
Yeah, really well executed by UNC. They realized that they're able to go in and get that kill and pressure them a lot. And they have the sustain, right, to tank a little bit of tower. And, oh my god.
Are you falling?
I almost did.
I think it's interesting. I think Weaver is like getting like half his health bursted down by
But then gets it healed right back up,
Right,
right? 'Cause
yeah.
It's the flame.
Is it Purifying Flame, the one that's like red?
I think so.
Okay. And then it's
It
like
depends on what skin.
ah, shit. And then what's his ult called? Do you know?
False promise.
False Promise. Okay. Cool. Those are the only ones that matter, right?
Pretty much. Now, Tiny is getting pretty low in the top lane. Though UNC doesn't really have too much kill potential with the Underlord Weaver. We're going to see Fudge trying to go for a kill top. They are going to go after the Oracle. Almost kill him off, but are going to have to fall back after Tiny uses... This is actually going to be...
This is really interesting. With the Purifying Flame, wow, 2 of them in a row, or maybe it was just the one.
It was just
But Scott, with that misplay, trying to go under tower to get the kill, he's just so slow.
Yeah.
Underlord isn't the hero you charge under tower with at level 3 or 4.
Now we do see the Centaur with the ring, or the ring of health, is going to be able to stay in this lane and tank it a little bit better. Looks like Brazel might be caught out here.
It's a
He's
tough
going to get
situation.
stomped. Try and get saved by Fudge. Gets caught by a creep actually, and they're going to be able to turn it around and get the kill onto Luffy. Are they going to be able to chase down Nathan? Nathan's getting really low, has to use the Fairy Fire. Fudge is going to be chasing him down, is going to have the damage, and is going to get the kill right before Nathan is able to get the stomp off.
Here's the issue. You run at him. Okay, wow. The time here with the double damage, and then the Aether. Oh, fuck. I forgot the thing. But wow. Perfect timing on the level 6 with the double damage to take out her got them nuts, though. And I was just about to say, your strategy of running him down with Centaur and Tusk isn't going to work if you lose that lane. If Fudge gets, like, a killing spree off of you, she's not going to get murdered by them two later on in the mid-game. Look at that. Really nice go-on, but the Purifying Flame and the healing saves Tiny. Still using that double damage to its fullest. They've got Luffy cut, but the snowball into the lane, I don't know if he has the ultimate to be able to chase him. It doesn't seem like he does. Ooh, wow. Death Pulse with Reaper's Scythe. It is going crazy right now.
Yeah,
for
Fudge is doing really well.
UNC, yeah.
And especially with that Tusk rotating to the mid lane. That Centaur just isn't going to have enough support to be able to just tank all this harass by the Necrophos. They are going to play up top.
Ooh, the Dust. Oracle really wants to get an early kill, but I think he's got the speed to get out of the snowball range. He is okay. Scott has no mana to catch these two out, though. Oh, just enough. Look at that with the Firestorm. Luffy is so low. I think they get the kill. Wow, really great turnaround by these two in this off lane. And NC here is getting support from the Tinker. I think Pseudonymph, if he's under vision, he is.
This Oracle doesn't have mana, though. That's the problem.
But he's the bait as Tinker blows up Pseudonymph. Scott really wants to get that kill, and I think he's just tanky enough that he's not going to be bothered. So they turn onto Brazel, and looking for the deny.
Neutral creeps in.
Come on!
Oh no!
God.
That attack definitely went off. I saw it.
That was so
Is he gonna
sad.
get the kill?
Look at that.
The snowball
save.
No way.
Oh my god.
He doesn't have enough mana.
The Aether Remnant, though, can he just get that final right click off? He can't, and he has no mana. Oh, wait, but he's on top of the thing. But he doesn't see the Observer. They still see him. Luffy looking for the kill onto Snow. He has to run away because he's going to get killed. Oh my gosh, the dodge of the rockets. Snow makes it out alive. Scott sacrificing his life for it. Snowball onto Pseudonym here, but I think he's going to be able to get away. We've seen he has enough speed, but does he turn back? Shikuchi could kill Luffy right now. Oh my gosh, nice teleport from Tinker here. And that's it. Finally catching out that elusive Void Spirit. Oh, no, I thought that was another kill. Jesus Christ. That was an intense fight.
That was. I thought he was going to make it out alive. Ended up just walking through the river in vision of a
yeah, right?
observer ward from UCLA and just ends up dying to the Tinker. Best thing about Tinker, right? If you don't kill him, then he's just going to TP back to base, get full health, and have all his spells back. So
what's the never mind, actually. I'm about to ask what was the cooldown on his teleport, but then I remembered rearm. He has no cooldowns on anything.
Well, it does cost 100 gold. Oh wait, no. He has free TP boots. I forgot about that.
Okay, let's do a little fun review. Fortune's End is the one that's a stun.
A little bit of lag spike right here.
Fate's Edict is the disarming one. Purifying
Fate's
Flame.
Edict.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you're bad.
Dealing heavy magic damage to the target before causing them to regenerate. That's Purifying Flame. Then
looks like Fudge is going to make the rotation top after applying a decent amount of pressure to the bottom tower. Is going to be looking to take this top tower from the Tiny and this Oracle and trying to open up the map just a little bit more for UNC. The Oracle did just hit 6, so if they were to go in, the Oracle would be able to save with that false promise any amount of damage.
And Void here, again, finding a moment to go in on Luffy, but does he have the balls to keep going? He doesn't. I was about to point out that Void is going for a Kaya here, first item, just to be able to sustain, like, having to rotate around into all these fights. Wow, that was quick. That was quicker than I could even say anything. That Pseudonym just died.
Yeah, it was just the toss avalanche combo right into a laser from Nuts. And just instantly goes down. It does look like Nuts is going to have that Blink Dagger up. Is going to be able to use it pretty much offensively and defensively. Able to blink into the trees and then rocket.
I believe it.
Combo.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
That's what they do.
Yep.
Where's he teleported now? Oh, just to mid. Okay.
Push out that mid wave. So this is kind of interesting because now you have 2 cores top, right? Their idea was that they wanted to push this top tower, but especially with that Tiny, or the Tinker, well, Tinker and Tiny together getting that kill, plus Tiny just being so tanky and able to pretty much de-push waves really quickly. It's going to be a hard time trying to take this tower. They are going to try and put some pressure, but Luffy's going to come in and try to take out, or put at least some pressure onto Pseudonym, who is level 6 now, so has access.
Tinker teleporting in. They get the snowball stun onto Scott with the uppercut. It looks like he's just a moment away from getting murdered after Tinker goes in. The rearm, will they be able to keep on chasing and we get pulled down into this bottom fight? But it looks like Tinker is going to keep on dealing damage over there and successfully just really punishing UNC for pushing that tower. It's like you were saying, with Tinker able to teleport so quickly over, they're not going to be able to take this tower so easily.
Yeah, we do see Snow making a rotation top as well, though, with the Kaya finished, as well as a regen rune. He's going to be looking to go in here. They're
with
going onto Oracle,
Assimilate.
and isn't going to be able to use his false promise, so now it's going to be Tiny and...
They just got to do it quick. The Reaper Sight does 0 damage. It looks like Pseudonym's about to get murdered. Wow! Tinker almost getting the double kill, but Red grabbing one for himself. It's just a mistake to keep fighting up here.
It really is, especially because the Tinker can TP at a moment's notice. You don't even have to be waiting up here, right? He can be pushing the mid wave and then TP in when UNC is playing aggressive, like he did right there, come in and get the kills. And obviously a really good matchup against the Necro, because the Necro wants to use Ghost Shroud to pretty much heal back to full, but isn't able to because of the magic damage coming out from the Tinker.
And let's see the results here of this game plan from both teams. I'd love to see the net worth on all the heroes. He's using the Stampede to charge in and try to get Brazel. It looks like with the rearm, but okay. Not the strongest initiations here, but just with that rearm, keep going. Fudge has to find a way to regen or else she's going to die. And look at that. Nuts taking out Fudge as easily as can be. And is that enough? They don't want to fight for UNC players, but Snow taking a moment to get in there, dissimulate. Doesn't have a taunt. Ooh, Luffy though. Takes out the wards. That might be worth it here.
I mean,
because
look at how tanky
yeah.
Luffy is, right? Without a right clicker, you don't do any damage, and Luffy's just gonna be able to walk away from this team. I mean,
that's ridiculous.
It's crazy that he's just able to walk in, D-ward right there, and then just walk right out while under 4 heroes from UNC. Or I think 3.
Yeah, right.
But still.
That I thought he would die there for the wards, but nope. But yeah, as we see on the net worth, I mean, Tiny, I don't think he's died once, and after all this fighting at top, he's 1,000 ahead of anyone else.
Not only 1,000 ahead, but he also just took their T1 tower top instead of them taking the other, the T1 tower there instead. So Fudge getting that early lead, playing really aggressively in lane and playing well, is pretty much gonna.
It's gone.
Pay the price. Yeah, she 2 quick deaths back to back is gonna set her back a decent amount, especially against this Tiny who is now 4-0-5, and the Tinker who is now 5-1-4.
It's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. I mean, I was feeling really good about UNC for a moment there, but look at that. Tiny already able to just destroy the offlaner. Wow. I don't think anyone's expecting that. The 15 minutes, I bet he has the shard.
He does.
And probably the stats. Oh, nice Reaper Scythe, though. Able to get Nuts. Nuts not having the best game. He's died, I think, 2 more times than he'd like to. Oh, finding moment here. Luffy, not tanky enough, even though we were just talking about him. Nice uppercut, but with the Astral Step, he is gone. But Tiny here with the toss. I think Snow has enough escape, but look at that. The Stampede and the Echo Saber hits. Red on an unstoppable killing streak now. Oh, man. I don't feel good about that at all.
No, it was not worth it at all. A mid trade for, or a mid for, pause for is not worth it. You just lost too much health in that fight, and then the rest of the team is just able to come in and clean the rest up. We do see a smoke here. They aren't able to get the Tinkerer in that smoke, but they are going to be looking for Fudge here down the bottom lane. Either that or just trying to take the tower. Though Fudge is going to end up backing up. He's going to try and farm those camps in the jungle. But may get spotted here. UCLA does have 2 wards in UNC's jungle. And it's going to be interesting to see if UCLA chooses to just pressure the tower or try and get more.
Look at that. I think they've got 3 players trying to go in onto Tiny right now. And Tinker teleporting in, but he cancels it. I think he saw that he could have get taunted really easily. But oh, teleporting in again. Now the UNC players are together. The UNC, yeah. Oh my God. Tiny taking out 2 so quickly, but he's in that fire. The false promise, though, is going to let him keep going. Fudge gone in just about 5 hits from Red. And finally, there's just Brazel and Pseudonym. The faded backline going to get murdered so fast. And if I were UNC, I'd call GG right now because this Tiny is online and there's going to be no stopping him.
Yeah, the Tiny perfectly at that very second got Shadow Blade, was able to pop it instantly, run in, stun up 2 heroes on UNC, which was the off lane and the pause 3, and with the cleave from the shard and the tree grab, was just doing insane right click damage. It was just a bad combo all around.
And it's just going to keep happening.
Yep.
I mean, oh, Snow. That was sketchy for a second there. I think he's queuing up. Yeah, he's really close to getting that just 900 away from the Silver Edge.
Yep.
That'll be immediate. And then the BKB means that he's immune to all of the damage from UNC.
Yeah, exactly.
So look at that. Charging in so confidently. They take out Scott in a moment. Although nice combo here from Void Spirit, dealing a lot to Nathan at least. But as you'll notice, Red resisted almost all of it. Oh my god, the double kill with just one swift laser. On the other end, Nathan blinks in, takes out Snow. It is falling apart for UNC as they were all team wiped again just 2 minutes after the last one.
Yeah, just absolutely murked in this scenario. Back-to-back 5-0 team fights. That's just...
That's so bad.
I mean, and not only that, but UCLA went from a 9K golden lead instantly right up to a 6K golden lead. Not only does this prove that they have the better team lineup, but also the fact that they just have the map control to be able to do that. UNC isn't able to walk up into their jungle. They get punished for it, and they really don't have anywhere to go. Because, I mean, even with this Tinker, the Tinker is able now to go anywhere. And...
Oh, the false promise does save Nathan there. I was not expecting that. I think he will end up dying. They're really trying to get him as the rest of the team is stuck into that stun. But look at that. Tiny turns back around, and he's charging in, gets the double kill. Wow, Scott's gone. Brossel's at the lowest health. I didn't even see the rest of this fight, but you know what? Again, up to 29 kills, 16K gold lead. Where's the GG call? Where is it? It's gotta come.
Yeah, I mean, if not, they're just going to let them end. There's nothing that UNC can do in this situation. UCLA doesn't even need to go for that Aegis. They're just owning the map without it.
Yeah, but the false promise saving the Reaper's Scythe is...
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was Fate's Edict, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Which is like the
magic
disarm, but then
resistance?
gives the magic 100% magic resistance.
Holy crap.
So really good usage right there. And then saved the Fate, or not the Fate's Edict, but the false promise for the Tiny.
For the Tiny, yeah. I didn't notice that, because I noticed the false promise came out later, and I was like, oh, what? But, wow. Really well played fight here by UCLA Blue. And as we're seeing, a way better draft.
I believe it did come down to draft. UNC just...
Again, they keep making this mistake.
I believe, yes, it has happened before.
Yeah. They need to follow the rules that we set out for our own team.
Oh, that juicy stack
Oh.
that UNC probably made, and it's going to fall in the hands of this Tiny. Though they are going to choose to smoke up first and try and run at UNC. Maybe one more team fight will equal
nice
the end of this.
stomp. They
Double
get
stun
two. It's dead
into
before
a
they can even
combo,
do anything.
And they're dead. And not only that, but they're looking for more. They're going to find Fudge with the snowball.
That's it.
Just going to get blown up. I mean...
They want to keep chasing Snow. I mean, they've had success before. Unlucky hoof stomp there to Nathan. You know what? They're going to turn around. You see them drawing out some lines. I think that's the Oracle. Maybe he's their captain. He was just calling out a push mid. And I think it's a push mid to end, honestly.
I think so, too. With a 19K golden lead now and a 20K, or not 20K, but 20 kill lead. It's going to be hard for UNC to come back from this.
You know, you've seen games where you've thrown a 20K gold lead.
Oh, and not only that, but Snow dies to a neutral creep.
Wait.
I think he was farming a stacked medium camp over in the
oh my god.
jungle, and I don't know, maybe.
Did he kill himself? You think?
Wait, can we see that again?
I don't know if we have the.
Oh, he got found by the Tinker. The Tinker did one combo. So I guess it's better than Tinker getting the kill, but it's still, like...
sad.
It's really unfortunate. More so because UCLA doesn't even have a ward there. So they just randomly guessed that Snow was sticking around in that area, went to go check it out, and found a lucky kill.
You know, it's been so bad for Snow. He got this Kaya at 13, 14 minutes, and he's got nothing since then.
Yep.
I don't know.
Because it's really hard to farm against this team that just
Yeah.
punishes you whenever you show up anywhere.
Did he manage to blink out of that?
He did.
That was amazing. Really nice reaction times there. And the turnaround by Tiny Scott. Dead in a single avalanche toss combo. And then they keep pushing in. Fudge gone. Not even a strength hero at this point. And he keeps on going, getting a triple kill onto the back line. Wow, Snow off in the forest trying to hide. Tiny's going back for the agents. They call GG. Okay, I've said it like 5 times now after they get team wiped by that. But yeah, that is the right time to call it GG. 24 minutes in. Absolute demolishing showing by UCLA Blue.
Yeah. You say demolishing. I think there was like a hint of UNC playing well there, but it's just like they don't have a carry, right? It's just magical burst damage, but they have UCLA Blue has like the team that they can farm fast, they can farm wherever they want on the map, and they don't get blown up, right? So it definitely came down to draft there. UNC had to play absolutely spectacular that game,
Right.
and
It wasn't happening.
yeah, it wasn't happening. That TP top from Fudge, just not being able to get that tower was like really detrimental to the game, I think. Maybe if she had stayed bottom, pressured that Centaur a little bit more. Maybe instead of like, I know you want to pressure that top tower, but you have a Tiny in that lane as well as a Oracle that can save. Yeah. So maybe pressuring that bottom tower a little bit more would have been the move, but really interesting gameplay there. I'll move this cup.
Yeah, there, like you said, we were coming really great out of the landing phase.
Yeah.
Like Snow, who we said might have been in a bad matchup, he managed to really hold his own in that lane against Tinker. And then I think we won, or at least drew even top, won bottom.
Yeah.
And then
one bottom really hard too.
It was like the 6-7 minute period at top where we just stagnated, and not only stagnated but died like 4 times to Tiny, who never died, Tinker, who never died. It's bad.
Yeah, it really was. Maybe even like a rotation mid to like try and jump that Tinker before he got the blink and was able to blink away.
Yeah.
Might have been a good idea, but we just didn't see that from UNC. They chose that top tower, weren't able to get it, and pretty much went downhill from there.
Yep.
Really disappointing performance. It is a best-of-3 series in this first bracket game, so we do have possibly 2 more matches if UNC is able to change it up for this next game, pull out a win, and we're going to go to a best-of-3 scenario, or UCLA could pull out this next win, and we would move to the lower bracket. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
But we could
folks.
we could always make a lower bracket run, right? We've seen it before. Team Spirit did in TI, right? To win what, like $30 million?
Oh yeah.
Prize
40
pool
million?
Well, 48 million, but it's split up. So
pool, yeah, right,
I don't know.
$30 million.
I don't know exactly how much first place won, but you get the gist. A lot of money.
Now they can build their vacation homes in Ukraine after Russia takes.
But we are going to go to a quick break while we wait for this next game, which we'll be back shortly. So just stick with us until then, and hopefully we'll be back soon with some more Dota action. Hello and welcome back, Dota fans galore. We are back with another game 2 actually. So we are going to see a couple bands coming out from UNC Froggers and UCLA. Typical support bands from UCLA, the supports that UNC plays. We are going to see the Tusk, though, coming out from UNC, so they're kind of respecting that kind of run down at you gameplay, but they aren't going to still ban out the OD because they don't like it. So
I love Tusk because he's such like a weird hero to play. All of his abilities like aren't
I hate him in
simple,
lane.
You know, like
right?
yeah.
Even with like you'd think that what's his ability that you run at people with?
Snowball?
No.
The shards?
No, the other one.
The ice aura?
Yeah, that yeah. Right? I mean in theory that would be good in lane, right? But I feel like it's just typically not because you just turn around on him and like hit him.
Yeah.
And
right.
there isn't much he can do about it.
I really like
But yeah, he's really good later on because
Right.
he's able to, not only is he a strength hero, so he's like tanky, he's able to do a lot of damage even with no items, but he's also able to lock down and also a lot of the times get out if you're doing well. But we're not going to see that this game.
No, definitely not.
We are going to see the Bane picked up from UNC, which is different.
Not much different, though, for UCLA. I mean, Clockwork's different, but not really
Yeah, you
different.
just run at people,
Yeah.
right? So it's pretty much the same premise as the Tusk. I mean, even, like, trapping people in cogs is kind of the same thing as trapping people in ice shards. And we're going to see the Centaur again because it worked. I mean, I say it worked well last time because it ended up working well in the late game. But early game, they were able to take down that Centaur pretty easily.
But, I mean, you say we were taken out by a Necro, but the Necro was a bad pick overall. So if they decide to pick Necro again to beat the Centaur, then they lose, right?
Yeah, I'd be interested to see maybe a Timber pick because obviously Timber will probably get banned out next ban phase if they don't choose to pick it.
But it could be so strong here.
Yeah, it could. And then
Especially
you ban out
Bane.
the Timber counters.
Right.
So possibly could be a good pick, though. And we are going to see the Timber pick here before it gets banned out. I think we predicted it pretty well. I'm pretty proud of myself for predicting it.
I'm proud of the Froggers for seeing
Exactly, yeah. The only thing is now, though, I'm not sure where they actually put this. They could put this in the 3 position, right? We saw them pick their 3 position in the spot last game, and I think a lot of games they do this, and it could go to Scott. But I also think have we seen Snow play it in the mid? I think we have.
But
and it worked out really well. I'm pretty sure. And it's like not a typical Scott hero. We've seen Scott play like 3 heroes.
Yeah, right.
It's like Spirit Breaker,
Underlord,
and I think there was one other one. I can't remember.
He played something mid, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
No, that was a Spirit Breaker mid.
Oh,
that was
really?
like in the beginning of the season. He was like,
Yeah.
they were trying to decide who they wanted mid, either Scott or Snow.
What I'd love to see is for them to pick a pos 1 hero on UNC Froggers, but put them in the off lane and put Timbersaw in the safe lane.
And to go up against the Centaur?
Yeah.
The only thing then is, like, does UCLA because I've seen what you're talking about before, and you're, like, trying to get the right matchup. But then, like, UCLA also wants to get the right matchup, so they'd also switch.
Then you teleport.
Well, no, sometimes it's, like, the person who wants to switch lanes keeps walking back and forth between, like, the mid, especially if I've seen this before where it was, like, both teams had like observer wards to watch like behind the mid, and so they kept seeing like each other going back and forth, and like at that point you're like,
it's mind games.
Yeah, it really is mind games, but it's also like you're delaying the other carry from like getting gold by like switching it up. So I don't know, it's interesting. But yeah, it's definitely possible that they do that, but. Because they've done it with the supports. They've switched them up to like get the right matchup, I believe.
And we've seen another team do it successfully against
against UNC. So hopefully remember that loss. I'm pretty sure that ended a loss. So hopefully they remember it and use it to their advantage by practicing it here.
I like the Ursa and DP bands.
Yeah, I think those are both pretty good, though we haven't seen a DP pick from UNC Froggers. Though I also like the UNC bands as well, the Tiny,
Viper, Silencer.
Viper, yeah.
You don't want the break on the Timber Saw. You don't want all the intelligence damage on the Timber Saw.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. So just good draft here for once.
Yeah, I think so. And just good knowledge overall. The only thing is that while they are banning out the Timbersaw counters, I don't know if they're necessarily also banning out the counters for like the rest of their team, right? Because a lot of the times these 3 picks or these 3 bans in the middle of the game, you want to be setting up for whatever else you're going to pick. Right, and then the last 2 are going to be trying to ban for whatever you think the last tier is going to be. So while they did ban out these 3, hopefully those are enough to secure them 2 good picks and aren't setups for UCLA to counterpick those picks. And I remember what I think we saw Snow play in the mid, which was really good, was actually a Tide Hunter, right? And he got a really early Vlad's and was able to play pretty aggressively.
Did it work in the end?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. It was like, I think it was really good. He got like really ahead in that mid lane and then was able to like rotate and secure kills and like be pretty aggressive and tanky. Either that was Snow, who played really well, or it was played against Snow. But I'm pretty sure that was Snow who played
I
that.
want to say what happened was he won the lane, but then he went like Desolator or something, and he ended up falling off, but I could be totally wrong.
I think they won that game, though.
Okay, I believe it.
I'm pretty sure. And so we are going to see the Skywrath picked up from UCLA. Obviously, a lot of magic damage.
That's nice on the Channeling Bane, right?
Yep.
I mean, just pop them. Do you think it's a mid Skywrath or a pos
No,
5?
I don't think so. I think it's a pos 5 Skywrath. The only thing with that is then they don't have too much or as much lockdown as they did last game. Clockwork, you really have to be dependent on like being able to. Well, you have hookshot, right? So that's a decent amount, but you're pretty much dependent on hitting that hookshot. And then Centaur is going to get that blink. And we are going to see the Razor come out. Which is, hey, you're shaking your head, but it's better than the Necro, right? It's better than the Necro.
Like, at least Razor can deal damage, but
it's going to be interesting because Centaur in lane doesn't really depend necessarily
on right click.
Yeah, on right clicks to, like, secure creeps or really do anything. So it may be more of like a bully out of lane. You steal his damage to be able to hit him, to be able to like bully him out of lane kind of thing. Especially with Clockwork. Clockwork wants to be running at you. Razor wants to be like static link you and is okay with you running at you, right? Because then you're stealing damage. Clockwork would then have to run away. So it's interesting. I kind of like it, especially with its Grimstroke. Maybe later on you get the double Fiend's Grip, you get the double static link kind of thing. And this AM is going to be interesting because, one, you can counterspell the link, right? Because obviously Razor doesn't want to be linking the Centaur the whole game because he doesn't really right-click anyone. You want to be able to static link the pause 1 because the pause 1 in the end is going to be the one dealing most of the damage. Anti-Mage, on the other hand, doesn't really get static link because you have that counterspell. If you time it right, then you're
but he
static
can just
linking
blink out of the
Razor
range as well.
That's the other thing is if the Razor does get the static link off on the AM, then I mean Razor doesn't have any really lockdown to keep the AM still, so it's gonna be just.
It's going to be terrible for
And
UNC.
that's kind of what I said with those 3 picks those three middle picks, I mean bands, not picks, but bands. You kind of want to be setting up, and so banning out that AM there might have been a possibility. Just because that would have been a really bad matchup for the Razor, obviously. And now we're going to see. I mean, and the thing with AM now, going to be able to jump these supports that want to be staying in the back. And going to be able to nuke them really quickly.
It would be so nice, I think, if, like, once he gets first couple of items, if he gets Ags, and he can just, because Ags is the one where he sends, like, an
Blink
illusion
fragments.
of himself.
Yeah.
Like, shoot that into the back line, and you just destroy the mana of, like, Bane or Grimstroke, and then you just focus your time on killing the Timbersaw and the Razor. It's nice.
Yeah, not only is it really good against the Razor and jumping the backline, but it's also really good against the Timber, right? Because the Timber is really heavily mana dependent. You want to be getting those spells off, because that's the only way you get damage is by getting his spells off. Even in lane, AM's going to be really good because you trade a lot more effectively than the Timbersaw. The Timbersaw is able to get, one Whirling Death off to trade, and then that's about it, while the AM is just able to pretty much right-click away. So it's going to be a really... I think the AM pick is really good here. And now we just have the mid picks for both teams. And we obviously see the bands, the mid bands from both teams, the Tinker and the Quap from UNC Froggers, as well as the Puck and the Huskar from UCLA. And it's going to be UNC Froggers that are going to have to pick first. UCLA gets to respond with their own pick. And
that was a nice summary it puts on the screen.
Exactly. Anyone who doesn't know, quick summary for what's happening.
I don't know. I don't think like a mid pick can even save this game for UNC.
I think maybe I don't know, maybe an Ember. Then you have more like you can go like a right click nuke kind of build, and then you can try and nuke the Skywrath, the clock. You can get away from the AM when he jumps you. We are going to see the PA, actually. Okay. All right, so mid-Razor and carry PA. I think this is really interesting. I think what they were thinking was they were going to put the Razor as the mid. They see that AM pick. It's obviously a really bad matchup for the AM. And now we're going to see the Batrider, another hero who doesn't really care if he gets static linked, right? So...
I've heard rumor that he's really strong in the mid lane right now as well. But
yeah, we did see it banned out last time, and we are going to see a Fudge on the PA, and we're going to see. Actually, they're still contemplating. It could be a pause 3 Razor and a mid Timber.
It could go either
They're
way.
obviously contemplating this for a second. It is going to be a mid Razor and a pause 3 Timbersaw. I think it's interesting. I think they could have gone with the pause 3 Razor and the mid Timbersaw. Either way, I don't think the Timbersaw has a good lane, right? Because obviously, Batrider doesn't really get close enough for the Timbersaw to bully him. Does a lot of magic damage. But the AM is going to just be burning the Timbersaw's mana. He's not going to have mana to use spells. It's just whether this Razor goes against the AM or the Batrider. And they chose to put the Razor against the Batrider. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a pause 5 Skywrath, pause 4 Clockwork. And it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I had completely
I'm glad to
lost
see
faith. Faith. I completely lost faith. And now I no longer completely lost faith.
So the PA is kind of a redeeming factor to some extent, right? Is able to do a lot more damage later into the game than that Razor.
That's what they need.
Plus, I think the Razor is kind of fits in well with Snow's kind of play style.
Yeah, he can play fast. He can do a lot of damage. And hopefully Scott doesn't, mess up on the Timbersaw. Because all Timbersaw needs to do is just be like a solid pause 3 and not throw his lane, and he can be effective.
Yeah, I think you build like a hood maybe on the Timber.
For sure.
Like, I don't know. You couldn't go. No, you can't. You could go like boots, soul ring, and like hood. Probably Ring of Health first, and then like soul ring, and then boots. I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of items.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the order to play in this lane, right? Because obviously you need the mana, so you want the soul ring because AM's going to be burning your mana. But then you're going against the Sky Wrath in lane, which is just going to nuke you. Maybe you just go like soul ring and then also wand, so you're getting some regen from the Sky Wrath. It doesn't look like they're going to maybe try and contest this high ground here. NC's going to be there, but going to decide to back out. And look, they're actually they're doing what you wanted them to do. They're putting that Timbersaw on the 3. So they're actually going to have the PA matching up against the AM.
Oh, really?
While the Timbersaw is going to be going against the Clockwork and the Centaur.
I talked about that like 10 minutes ago. That
so
was pretty good.
Really good forethought
cheese,
from you.
Yeah.
And
what are your odds for this game?
Are they actually tri-laning top?
What? No.
They're tri-laning top.
Okay.
Their reasoning is the Timbersaw, especially against 2 strength heroes, isn't going to be able
He's
to
gonna do great.
Get killed. And so they're going to try and tri-lane this top lane and hopefully harass both the Sky and the AM out of the lane.
Look at that. They're already bullying NC. I mean.
Yeah. Really good. And hopefully this Timber is just able to pretty much his only goal right now is to survive in this bottom lane, right? The goal in the tri-lane is really just to survive as the person who's left alone. And this Clock is going to be playing in this lane. The only thing is that it's hard to contest pulls while you're by yourself, right? So we see here the Clock is going to get a pull off. The wave's going to be pushed back. And now this Timber is going to be a little bit in a pickle because he is a level up, but he's facing against 2 heroes. So it's going to be interesting.
But he still can farm this out. I mean, look
Yeah.
at that. He's getting the gold. Centaur has to get the ones that are under tower. Brazel in kind of a tough spot, but AM in an even tougher one. I don't know. Has he not leveled up Blink yet? Why would he not do that? He's 1 hit away from dying, and Brazel finds it for the first blood. Wow. That tri-lane already doing great, doing wonders. I have no idea why that happens. That was silly.
Not only that, but look, Scott in the solo lane is on top of the last hits and denies. He's doing great in this lane. Suno is actually going to get low, but isn't actually going to go down. The stroke of fate from Brazel is going to be enough to discourage UCLA from pursuing that kill.
Right. I mean, we got really pumped. Last game, like 10 minutes in, the lanes were looking great for UNC, and it's looking the same again.
We are going to see the Clock actually rotate to this top lane, and they are going to tri-lane themselves. Luffy's going to go in here. Pseudo-Nymph.
Wow, with the shrapnel and then the Clockwork business, I think they have enough damage there from that passive from AM. I don't remember any abilities. God. Rocket Flare, Shrapnel, Cogs, Hookshot, and then what are AM's abilities? Blink, Counterspell, and... Mana Burn.
Oh, what? We just... Okay, that was a nuke and a half. All right, we missed the kill on Luffy, who died to a neutral creep. Probably trying to, like, stack or something, maybe. And, but the Whirling Death onto the Centaur.
Teleport's out. That was actually a nice teleport. But wow, I mean, Timbersaw, I mean, you leave Centaur alone. He's already like 6 last hits out from Timbersaw, probably a whole level behind Timbersaw. and now he's got to desperately try to catch up while getting all of his strength stolen. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks so much.
UNC playing this game surprisingly well, I will say.
Wow, and it continues. Nathan, this is really interesting, bud. Oh, nice leave. The turnaround, he gets the sentry ward. Holy crap, what an outplay by Bane. Jesus, is Clockwork staying up there? Where? Okay, wait, no. Clockwork's on the other team. I was about to say, how is he at the enemy fountain? What's he doing? But no, he's on the enemy team. Where's our other support? Oh, there he is, Brazel. That's who I was looking for. This is actually going really well.
This is going really well. AM is able to stay in lane, but it just isn't able to.
Oh, Pseudo getting caught out with the shrapnel. I don't know if they have the burst with the brain tap as well. He heals up a little bit. Oh, they distract AM long enough, but that shrapnel, it's going to be enough. And wow, I think it was a level 6 with the lasso. Dragging in Razor. Like I said, Batrider is doing really strong right now.
You say with the lasso, but he didn't actually scale it.
Really?
Or no, I don't think he got level 6.
Until after the kill?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because he was actually doing it under tower. But look at that, Luffy almost dead from the PA, but the mana has run out, and AM is turning it around. They try to get a little bit of mana back onto Fudge. I don't know if she had a mango, but it allows her to blink away. One last right click from Pseudo-Nymph, and these Smarts are putting in work in this tri-lane, grabbing another kill for them, and saving Fudge along the way. I'm pretty happy with that, and you can see that AM is putting in work too with the harass. That's why PA had no mana there. It's really interesting. Clockwork looking to come in, try to get another kill onto this Razor, help Batrider catch up a little.
I don't even think it was that. It was the Batrider was just sitting there mid with no mana, and it was pretty low. Just wanted to get that bottle refill and then secure the 6-minute rune, which is really important. The clock is going to be playing for that top rune, while looks like.
Oh, look
Snow
at that.
Actually
the
gets
lasso comes out, and with the oil in the fire path, it's probably enough. And if not, Luffy is here to finish him off. Nuts just barely surviving. Holy
look,
smokes.
Gets the regen top.
Right.
Perfect for him as he was sitting so low. And is now going to be able to spend his mana at will.
Yep, get that farm, and he's trying to. I mean, I think he's probably already leveled out that lane as he was behind. Oh, this is so bad for Nathan. One whirling something and he's gone. Whirling death and he's gone. Look at this. This is intense. They've managed to do it really well so that PA is level 5. Look how much damage that dagger does. One last blink or something. A dagger, anything, bud. You got to get this kill. Nope. Not going to find it. Wow. 5 oil charges. Brazel gone in a flash. But wait. He's a little bit too overconfident. But he's able to get away with that fire path. It lets him go over the cliffs. And he gets out, probably teleport back to base. And on the other end, AM did manage to pick off Bane, I think. Finally retaliating back with a solid kill on a support. But what I was trying to say earlier is I'm impressed by how they did the tri-lane. Because Bane and Clockwork have been level 2 for a while. They've been letting PA get really good XP, even though it's a tri-lane.
Yeah, which is really good, but it's also really bad because your supports are now like level 2, level 3. So
it's kind of tough because, yeah, look at that. AM dealing a whole lot of damage with the mana burn. The slow coming up from Skywrath, but the paintbrush, it's able to stop him. He pauses to get the silence of the stun from Pseudo-Nymph. It's a wonderful support combo, these two. And all the while, PA pushing NC, grabs a kill. AM none the wiser, running away. Wow, the coup de grace, dealing these crits. Stampede has to be used to save Red. He walks away. Oh, wow, really well played by UNC there. Oh, but look at that. Timbersaw is getting farmed up.
yeah, he really is, and he's applying this pressure. I forget who the.
Oh, cut out. Looks like Nuts is going to be able to just. Wow. It doesn't even like. It's not even a struggle. He just flies around him.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Nuts is doing really well in this mid lane. It's going to be interesting to see if this PA is able to get like a BKB early enough, or maybe like a Deso just to nuke down this Bat Rider.
Could we see the items on PA? Let's see what she's going for. The glowy blue one.
The top one.
Top two from the right, yes.
Yeah, so is going for that Battle Fury.
Really close to the Battle Fury.
Yeah. Good 9-minute Battle Fury.
Look at that.
And
hit from behind. The shrapnel. The silence into the cogs. I don't know if she's going to be able to get away from this one. The mana burn from the cogs as well. Her health is just depleting. But she decides to go back in and dies in the fire path. Scott, though, showing up. Finally grabbing a kill for himself and chasing down Luffy as well. Wow, one little ult charge there, and he's gone. No mana left, though, for Timbersaw. Not going to be chasing down these last two. But Nuts, you know, he gets a kill out of it. And this game's going to keep going well for him. You know, at least.
Yeah, which is a really good point because we haven't seen Snow really do anything this game.
Right. And I think he's going to continue to do nothing. What this game needs is Timbersaw and PA to carry hard. But she's not going to be able to carry if she's going to get killed by Nathan here. He uses a Stampede, another double-edged blade, and we're just one hoof stomp away from Fudge dying. Wow, he gets her. What started with an initiation by Fudge led to her own death. What a waste. Well put by Nathan, as well as Bane dying. These are the things that we saw last game that led them to throw the early game lead that they had. We can't see that again.
But it's the exact opposite. Timbersaw, very strong, playing this top lane, taking that top tower. You'd think that the PA would just go up there, help take the tower, and then just farm that top jungle and their own triangle. Instead, Fudge sees like some farm bottom, decides, hey, I want that farm, and ends up dying as
really
Centaur.
Behind Centaur.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason to be feeding him. I don't know. But, you know, Fudge now delaying her Battle Fury by like another 2 minutes. It's probably going to be like a 14, 15-minute Battle Fury now. It would have been like a 12-minute Battle Fury. It's not great for the timings. Ooh, this fire path. He gets away so fast. The paintbrush misses as well. But, I was going to say, they might get the tower. Grabbing the lasso. Bane's done for. Oh, my God. This Bat Rider is just massive. Although, leaves poor NC all on his own there. They managed to get something for their troubles. But that was just really fun to watch him, like, crawl out of his little nest there and lasso the Bane.
Yeah, so Bat is going to be left here alone. We are going to see the AM actually TP in here as UNC is trying to apply pressure to this mid tower. And we're going to see what the Bane decides. Or not the Bane, but the...
I mean, Clockwork and Centaur are right there on the rear as well. And now it's 5 UCLA players. Scott going to get caught out. They're going to get that tanky player first. The hoof stomps, the stuns, and he's gone. Snow at such low health for the Skywrath ult, and Luffy finishes him off. It's just the support line taking off Snow because he needs no less to be killed. And UNC has been crushed in the mid lane.
Yeah, really good. They stayed maybe just a little bit too long. Maybe didn't expect that AM to TP in, and thought they could set up something maybe on the Skywrath as they saw the Skywrath actually TPing in. But yeah, just staying too long, and the Centaur was able to wrap in from behind. I think the Centaur
came in from behind. The
Did the
Clockwork came
Centaur
from triangle.
blink? I don't think there's no blink. There's no blink.
No.
We are going to see maybe something trying to go on this bat.
Fruitless in chasing the Bat Rider. It feels like maybe they get the slow from the Static Circle. The Static Storm as well with the Static Link. I use too many statics there, but...
I mean, that's all of
yeah, right?
his abilities. So
They finally get that Bat Rider for a fair amount of bounty. And the gold's really equal, actually. I'd be curious to see what the XP is on both teams. Look at that. Nathan getting crushed by the Timbersaw, but there's no trees. Timbersaw to chain shot 2 over there. He's going to be safe. All right, yeah. Look at that. Timbersaw basically taking the position as like that core mid laner who's high in levels, and Razor kind of falling behind, and I don't know. It's definitely interesting. PA just needs to finish that Battle Fury and try her best to hit her timing before AM hits his.
Yeah, this is the good thing about applying this pressure to the mid lane is you're giving this PA space to farm, right?
Right.
Ooh, jumps.
Oh, nice.
Into.
Managed to keep the blur. Oh my god, the magic damage is disabling. I mean, that is wild. I don't think I've seen a Timber Saw die that quickly. Not to a Bat Rider, especially.
Yeah, it was just the combo of the silence from the Skywrath, but
Oh, it
as well as
increases the magic damage,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Along with just PA is gonna actually get caught out here.
Ooh,
TP
no
gets
mana.
canceled, and
I think she's dead, even though she has some evasion. It's enough from Red and NC to take her out. Holy crap. That was a nice mana kaploosh. Oh my god. The burn onto Brazil, almost enough to kill him, but the Bane ult with the Death Grip. Snow coming in. They managed to get that burst, and he's dead. NC, though, finding a double kill somewhere. I guess it's still counted from AM, and Nathan plays his way around those cooldowns just barely enough to survive getting back to the fountain. This map's going crazy right now. Blade Mail on the snow, because look at that. It works so well. Taking out NC, playing right into the Blade Mail with his ultimate. Cogs able to save Luffy here from Snow, running him down, but that was really well played.
Yeah, it was well played by Snow. Ended up being a good item choice. I didn't even realize he had Blade Mail, but is going to be a good item here. And they are going to be able to set up with this catapult onto the mid tower, and UNC is actually the first team to take the mid tower, which is really good here.
Yeah.
And PA is continuing to farm. I haven't checked, but probably has that Battle Fury online, and they are going to do another spoke, trying to set up them this Bat Rider, but the Bat Rider is going to be running away back under his T1 tower. Going to see if they continue to go. They are not. They're going to get spotted by the tower, and just going to have to back up and push the wave out.
It looks like I think Bat Rider might have told him that Grimstroke was alone at mid. It's probably going to be an easy kill if they can figure that one out. But, you know, because that mid tower's gone, it's hard to rotate mid to kill that Grimstroke.
It really is.
Ooh, they might have a spot here. It's just a lot in both lanes. Scott pushing in here really aggressively while 3 UNC players are going in on the Bat Rider. The silence is going really well for them, but the Stampede saves them, and now they're able to turn back around with Red, killing Brazil. And it looks like that's all he wants, and it's just another boost for this anti-mage who is trying to finish off a Battle Fury.
You say that's all he wants, but UCLA might be setting up for more, or it's just Skywrath setting up a ward here. Though Clockwork is going to hook shot.
Pseudo the piece trapped. He tries this nightmare himself. Luffy takes it, and then the shrapnel and the rocket flare. He's out of this world. That was really nice.
Yeah, really good hook shot from Luffy, and is able to secure the kill, even though it was under the T1 tower.
Yeah, under tower. I mean, Luffy obviously likes to play these strong strength heroes. Oh my god, speaking of strong strength heroes, Nathan is not looking like he's playing one, and dies so fast. Timbersaw.
Yeah, really good setup from the Timbersaw, along with the body block. Is able to just pretty much force out the TP and then end up getting the kill with the help of Fudge.
Scott doesn't really have the mana, though, here, but wow, he has enough to hit another change thought. Luffy's at low health, but this could lead to a lasso here. This could be really bad. Nice silence from the Grimstroke, allowing PA to jump in here. The stun, and he's gone. Wow, NC just a little bit too far pushed forward here. I think he's about to get got on by Snow. And Scott, yep, he's out. Double kill for Snow, showing us why he was put on that Razor in the mid lane. They're doing really well. I think they're going to be able to convert into this tier 2.
Yeah, if UCLA doesn't fourth this, actually Scott is going to rotate, try and catch this wave top, de-push it. And UNC is going to have to end up backing up, as they don't have necessarily the tower damage or someone to tank the damage from the tower. Why were you just licking your mic?
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, so really good kills in that mid lane. And they're going to smoke and look to catch more. Might catch this AM. They are going to get the Fiend's Grip off on him. Are going to burst down the AM and get the Skywrath as well.
Let's see Fudge's items. Let's see that PA's items. The second from the left.
Oh, no, not even Deso.
It looks like a Deso.
It's just Battle Fury and Orb of...
the Armor Murder. I don't know. But yeah, looking really great right now. And AM, I mean, AM's dealing solid damage, but it's 19 minutes in. Why didn't he have the Battle Fury earlier?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he's been trying to fight too much, right? He was showing up to those mid fights and was able to secure a couple kills, but it just wasn't enough to really secure the money, more or less.
And I think his lane, obviously, it went worse than PA's did. I mean, he lost to them. Wasn't able to get as much farm on the creeps.
Exactly. And the Bat has been kind of playing the same game as the Tinker last game, which is just like side pushing lanes. Yeah. Obviously has those boots of travel and is trying to farm up that BKB, but it's just not working out the same because he's obviously missing from those crucial fights that they need him to be at.
And look, they've got a really solid push onto the top tower right now, and I don't know if any UCLA players are going to rotate. Nope, I think it's a tier 2. Well played by them. And look at that, they're so confident going in here. Snow with the TP boots. I don't think he even needs to use the Fiend's Grip.
Oh, that is so unlucky. They do get the Stampede out. And the TP bottom actually means that there won't be a TP for mid, and the TP just goes down to AM.
That's kind of tough.
And now UNC, two of them, they canceled their TPs. They're going to get caught out. Scott is going to be here.
Oh my God,
and it's just going to end up getting killed. Isn't able to run away. PA does in fact get out, but unfortunate series of events. I'm pretty sure Scott was TPing bottom, but then ended up canceling his TP, so was pretty much stuck top. Not only without a TP, but I mean, not only didn't go bottom, but also was stuck top without a TP.
Yeah. It's a nice spot by UCLA to see that those two were, on their own and that they could go in on them and grab a little bit of value. Look at this here. The Grimstroke, the ult, and I mean, this was a really great initiation here, even though Fudge got caught out by NC, and the magic damage bursted her down. They find 2 onto Batrider and, what's his face? Nathan. But I don't think it's worth it to have Fudge killed.
Not only was Fudge killed, but AM's just not there. Is actually just like farming jungle creeps for that next item. Probably
not that far behind the PA.
Yeah, exactly. Is going to be able to catch up a lot quicker because of the blink, and it would just pretty much be at a lot of places really quickly.
Yep, you need the BKB really fast on PA. I mean, if you're going to be whacking things and then NC ults you and you're gone.
Yeah. Obviously going for that Deso next, but
it's a sacrifice.
Yeah. Hopefully goes BKB after that, and we'll be able to man fight pretty much in team fights.
Why haven't they been doing this the whole time with Razor? Like, why have they been putting Razor in the safe lane when obviously Snow is playing it so much better in the mid lane?
Well, you say that, but like at the beginning he wasn't, right? Bat was very much winning the mid game. It's pretty much just it's been Snow. I think part of it is that UCLA is just lacking lockdown, right? Because the Razor really wants to just run at you, but if you're getting like A-toast or like stunned or anything, then you can't really run at people, right? Like say you just put a pin of malice right where the Razor is trying to run to or from. It's really bad. And because they don't have that, and now because Snow has a BKB, it's just worked out really well. The only thing is that Snow is playing on a very low mana, right?
Right.
You use like 1 or 2 spells, and
Oftentimes you get like a Yule's, but you went for the Blade Mail instead, and I think that was the right choice. But a Yule's would be nice.
I'm gonna see if they can catch out this AM here. They might not know where AM is.
I don't think they know. They might just be looking to take space, secure the Aegis, and
Yeah, it looks like they're going into the Roche pit now. And I think the Timbersaw was spotted. So.
And both their towers are getting pushed as well. This is sketchy.
Yeah, obviously, getting Roche is important, but they're just gonna end up backing out.
Are you serious? Come on, guys.
They just didn't have the damage for it, especially because the supports left to go deal with the towers. Snow is actually going to find this AM in the trees. They're going to try and set something up, but they need to get this silence in.
AM is so tricky to find. But, okay, yeah, if they can get the silence, maybe Yule's him? Anybody? Do something?
Nope.
Wow.
Just watched him too long and weren't able to. They were scared to show too many people in the wave, especially because there was that UCLA wave pushing into the tower that they couldn't do it. We are pretty much just waiting on
anything.
Yeah, the only thing is that UNC has been playing, like, trying to find those picks, which means that they haven't been farming. While the Bat Rider and the Centaur, I keep wanting to say CK, but it's not. It's Centaur War Runner, CW, which sounds a lot more weird.
Yeah, right.
And they've just been farming up this bottom jungle. So we're going to see who gets jumped first here. UNC obviously playing that top jungle. Trying to keep this Bane down here, but they do have a lot more jump on the side of UCLA. UNC instead decides to go for the Roche pit. Does look like they're going to be able to take it. Fudge gets the Aegis, but are they going to jump this Bane? If the Bane shows in lane, they have the ability to jump them. We are going to get a pause as Snow disconnects. Going to see what happens here. Could we get a look in the bottom lane where those heroes are? Yeah, Pseudonymph is actually showing in lane right now. If the Centaur jumps him, there is both the AM and the Sky able to jump them, and UNC is in no way, in no position to punish this, right? Maybe marking the map to show don't be here, but it's pretty much inevitable at this point, I think. Unless somehow this Centaur messes up his stun, maybe stuns before blinking. I've seen it done before. So it looks like we're having some connection issues. Maybe it's the UNC internet thing. We've been having some internet issues here at the studio just a little bit. So we're gonna have to see like a disconnect.
You know what
reconnect.
I need? I need something that's not UNC Wi-Fi to download my pirated Switch games.
You probably shouldn't be talking about that on a UNC sponsor, like run.
Well, all
Twitch
I'm saying,
channel.
okay, this is a positive UNC thing because they've done a really good job of blocking the sites.
Like this isn't
even
like a necessarily a UNC thing. This is like an illegal thing. Like
but like they're blocking it. They're doing a good job at blocking these illegal activities. And also, I was trying to like get into some cybersecurity stuff. They use this one like Linux called Kali Linux. They block the website for Kali Linux, and their reason is hacking. So UNC
good for them.
Doing a great job.
Bad for you because you just talked about how much you love hacking and destroying people's lives because
that's what I do.
I mean, all those people at Nintendo, they depend on income, right? If everyone was to pirate like you, then I don't know.
Look, I'm a college student.
Bad.
When I'm not a college student, I promise, guys, I'll pay for my music, I'll pay for my movies, I'll pay for my games. Until then, I'm gonna take the easy way out
and rob a bank.
You know, you just never know when the UNC is right now like blocking my pirate sites, but you never know when the internet is gonna start blocking all of these
Yeah,
sites.
move to North Korea, and then
I
you'll
might
really
have to.
you'll have a hard time. 1,004 bees. Wait, no,
104,000.
104,000 bees. Typing in chat. What is up? If you can hear us, type in "Go UNC Froggers."
Go UNC Froggers.
Represent.
We represent.
As we are getting another disconnect in this game, maybe a connection issue on the side of UCLA Blue, but we are going to have to wait for both those people to return as we wait so patiently for this game to resume. And I wouldn't want to say we should go back to live desk to possibly – actually,
Should we?
we should. We'll go
Really?
back to we're
Okay.
going back to live desk once we get situated. Real quick, I want all our wonderful fans to see our beautiful faces as we talk about this game. So interesting game we got going on here. UNC looking like they
could clinch it.
they can. This is easily winnable by either team, I think, at this
Right.
point. We have a less than 1K gold lead. I'm pretty sure for UNC, though, UCLA does have the kill lead. They're up 3 kills. So
Yeah.
could
like,
go
I
either
think
way.
The net worth has been super equal, though. Like,
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Mostly because I think UNC came out with an early lead, but then they've been playing, like, trying to get picks. UCLA has just been dodging them and been able to have those two people that I talked about, the Bat and the Centaur, bot, farming up the map, and so have been able to, like, kind of make it up. Plus, the AM is so dodgy and shifty that is able to
It's
just
been a
pretty
struggle
much
to kill him.
yeah, not only that, but it looks like we are back in game.
Oh no! Pull us back! Pull us
Miss
back!
it just a little bit, and I'm pretty sure they killed the Bane off. They did kill the Bane off,
yeah.
and then used the Centaur Stampede to pretty much disengage, just in case anyone else was there. Though they are actually going to get this Centaur out of position. Centaur has Lotus, but it's not going to matter. Is it?
It's doing a lot though.
Okay.
But it ends and they grab the kill.
Yeah, so ends up trading the Bane for the Centaur, which is really good. Plus, you have this Aegis on the PA. Hopefully going to be able to apply some pressure.
Ooh.
They're going to catch out Luffy, but Luffy is going to be able to force Staff out of there. Now we're going to see this PA with Deso Battle Fury and probably working towards that BKB.
She needs to get that BKB
Yeah.
before they can like push high ground or anything.
Yeah, definitely pushing high ground, but they may be able to pressure this this mid T2, especially once this wave pushes in.
Paladin Sword is huge for PA right
Did
now.
both teams get it, or was that just PA?
I
thought I
only
saw
spotted-
AM picking it up as
We
well.
could check
but
AM's items.
Nah,
The
it's fine.
the weird bald man next to the 22. Oh yeah. No,
what?
he's in between
The
neutrals
ring.
right now.
Ring of Achilles.
I don't think they have a Paladin Sword.
So UNC is playing the,
playing pretty
UCLA's triangle. Going to possibly be looking for this T2 mid. Looks like they are going to get it, as it was already pretty low.
Not too bad.
But UCLA does have their Pos 1 and Pos 2 playing that bot lane, pushing it in, and farming up the map. So AM is actually top of the net worth now, though UNC is up by 1K gold.
Yeah, AM doing exactly what you have to do as AM. It's those deep pushes and just blinking around everywhere and farming up the map. And it's really, like, my only hope for UCLA right now is their AM, I think. He needs to come out really strong, and they have to get, like, a couple of really good fights with him in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, look at that. With speed, he kills a tier 2.
And the thing about this Deso is it's good, but to deal even more damage, right, you need to get kills. And so UCLA playing this pretty much dodge game where they're using this AM and Bat to push lanes and pretty much just avoid fights means this Deso isn't going to get many charges on it.
I think she's got the BKB now, actually. I think it's coming.
I think so too. That would explain a lot why there's no money.
I know, right?
Plus why she has an open slot, which would be pretty big, right?
It would be. I think they can enter into some really good fights now. They just need to find, the right positioning.
Yeah, and this Bane is going for
Something.
the Ags.
The Ags.
Which is like the triple thing where you don't know which one is the real Bane.
Oh, yeah, true.
And it's actually looking like UNC with the last minute of the ages is going to be pushing that high ground, especially with the BKB. Centaur and AM aren't even there to defend, so could be a decent amount of damage onto this T3 tower. They are going to end up fording it, UCLA.
Is that the time to push back? Or
AM isn't keeping back. Neither is Centaur. Looking like a base race. Who's going to win is going to be the question. AM's staying.
Fudge at such low health as well. Did you see that? I don't even know what happened to her. I mean, they forced back the TP. That worked.
It really did. I think UNC might still have their fortification. They didn't end up. Actually, no. They probably used it. They used.
The white thing.
Yeah. Okay, so they both used it, but UNC ends up. I mean, UCLA comes out on top, I think, on the base race. Just the amount of magic damage that comes out from UCLA is really astounding.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, Fudge just got bursted to nil.
It wasn't even bursted. It was just standing there taking a bunch of
fire something damage. Rocket flares and other things and blasts from Skywrath. Wow. Just a lot.
I mean, look at this. The AM is actually cutting waves.
Right.
And while it looks like UNC may be able to get this bottom Tier 2, they no longer have Aegis. So it's going to be interesting if they want to end up pushing this high ground or if they're just going to sell for this T2 tower.
Yeah. I mean, it's so tough with their lineup to chase down AM because, Grimstroke's silence isn't really,
reliable.
It's not reliable, yeah. And that, kills all of your opportunity for chasing him down. Maybe you build, an Orchid, but why would you want to do that realistically? And he could counterspell it, too. I don't know. It's kind of sad what's happening right now with this AM, just completely stopping any chance they had of a push.
Yeah, it's not only that, but the Centaur is playing in the perfect position on the map to pretty much just be able to farm it up a lot. And this AM is playing this bottom lane. They know where he's at. It's going to be a question on whether they can get to him first before he blinks or TP's out. They are going to... Oh, it was close. The AM is going to show in lane. They are going to Fiend's Grip him.
Oh, wow.
With the silence. They're going to be able to catch him out.
Enough. The stun as well. And
Fudge gets the kill onto Red. Really good. And now they're able to push out these lanes. And look, the top lane is getting pushed out. They're going to push out this bottom lane. And UNC is actually looking pretty good. I didn't even realize it. They might have lost that semi-base race with top and bottom lanes. But they do have 2 extra T2 towers over UCLA. And with this AM now dead, they're going to end up pushing this high ground bottom, and UCLA doesn't actually have, they don't have anyone in that lane, and they don't have...
Scott doing a good job here of just, forcing teleports over to Scott while they're pushing the bottom barracks as well. Look at that. 2 ults used onto Scott here. And all the while, the barracks are getting destroyed. Scott finally... Not even finally falling. He used the Lotus Orb. 1 wild strength steal almost gets the kill. And we finally see a couple of teleports, but the barracks are gone. What a play by Scott there. I mean, what?
Okay, you say what a play, and it kind of was, yes, but it was also, I don't know. I don't think they necessarily needed him to be a distraction, right? I think with the AM dead,
right.
I think it would have been better if the Timber had been just playing with the team, right? We are going to see a 5-man smoke from UCLA. I'm going to see if they can find something here. But with their lanes getting pushed in, it's going to be hard to like keep this smoke and just be playing in the wrong map. UNC is just playing
They're playing well
away
together,
pretty
yeah.
much. And
they made it tougher for UCLA to push this bottom lane too because they got that barracks.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
they're doing really well in the map right now. But this
They
fight's
are
just
going to
about
still.
start. Look at that. The hoof stomp right onto Bane first. You want to try to take him out. They don't manage to get the lasso onto Razor until right then, but the static link's on him. The crit from Fudge. He's got double damage. 2 fall so fast. Wow. I didn't expect that. Did she have double damage?
I think so. I think you
so.
saw that right.
Oh, my bad is called from Nuts, and that is correct. Because the BKB is not going to stop a crit coming out for like 2,000 damage.
Really well played by UNC there. They were ready for a rotation. They were all playing together. And, I mean, they just executed it really well. They ended up killing Centaur and Bat, and then they end up getting the kill onto Clockwork as well, who wasn't able to run away.
Yep. And now it's a last-ditch effort for this defense. I mean, you know, it's not game-ending right now. You've got 3 of your people up, but you really don't want to lose this extra set of barracks.
Right. We are going to see the buybacks from the Centaur and the...
oh, nice stop, but the Bat Rider pushes Fudge out of the Skybreath ult. They still manage to catch her, though. She doesn't have Aegis anymore, so she is dead. On the other side, Bane gets taken out, and now Scott is running away. It's a solid 2 kills for UCLA right there. Oh, nice stun. Skullbasher as well on AM, I think, and that's a double kill for Red. Good defense there. I think they still lost the Tier 3 tower, but they didn't lose the racks, and you get a lot of bounty gold.
Yeah, I think Fudge was caught out there without BKB, maybe. I think
Yeah.
Fudge used it back before to kill off. And honestly, I don't know if the buybacks, the TPs were too quick or what not, but
I don't know. Yeah, right?
I definitely think they were able to back out a lot sooner than they did. Maybe they got too greedy and thought they could live a little longer, but especially without BKB, because obviously could have maybe survived there if she had BKB.
I think it's like you want to rely on your pause 3, but it's tough when you're pushing the mid lane because there's not as many trees. Look at that. Nice blink in by Nathan. Although he gets static linked, Snow's gonna steal a lot of damage here. Turning back around on the Bat Rider, he's dealing a lot of right click. The hook shot so stops him through the BKB while AM is jumping into the back line. Snow is not dealing any damage right now. The shrapnels, and he gets killed, as well as pseudonym by the AM and the Nathan. I mean, they are rolling exactly how they need to right now. Snowballing back from, I think, a 9k gold deficit into putting it onto equal terms. And now they're getting Aegis. They're not going to be stopped. UCLA all of a sudden is really back in the game for the second here.
Really good play there by them. Obviously, Nathan did jump in successfully onto, I think it was the Grimstroke. And then they tried to counter it by static linking Nathan, but he doesn't care. I mean, he's so tanky that he doesn't care about the right click damage, and I mean, he doesn't right click himself, so he doesn't really care. UCLA trying to see if they can find anything else. PA is in the trees. Ooh, and cancels the TP with
a beautiful lasso into the hook shot. The cogs, even though the Lotus Orb is there, he's gonna die so fast. Oh my god, Grimstroke gone in just a few hits. And Scott still holding on. 4 players having to be used to kill him, but he's gone for 82 seconds. He's got buyback, but wow, poor Grimstroke.
And we actually see PA.
I didn't even notice. Fudge is gone. They've all got buyback still, but all of a sudden the gold lead is for UCLA.
Yeah, I don't know what Fudge was trying to do there. Was trying to get something out of a bad situation. Thought that UCLA was just going to be distracted by that bottom lane, or what was happening in the bottom, trying to go for those racks. Ended up just throwing her life away. I think because AM has the Abyssal Blade and was able to lock down the PA.
AM is so scary right now. This is not the place where you want to be in a game against AM. You don't want to be 39 minutes in. He has Abyssal, Manta, Battle Fury, MKB against the PA. That's killer.
Yeah. And now this AM is just sitting here with Aegis.
Ooh, the static link, though. He has to pull out. Luffy finds a nice hook shot, though. They kill Brazel. With a Stampede, they're able to get in and get out. No one left the wiser. I've used that twice now, but look at that. It's 5 UCLA players and only 3 for UNC. They're taking out these mid racks so fast, and PA will be back in just a couple of seconds. They'll probably decide to back off here. Only taking ranged racks. That's actually not that valuable.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, but it's more about the pressure that UCLA is exerting now. This AM is extremely strong. They have an 8K golden lead. UNC is going to try and 4-man smoke this, see if they can find a pick. They're going to go on to the Centaur. The Centaur is going to...
I think they find him Lotus Orb and all. He's broken as well. It means he's going to die so quickly. Who has the break? Is that Fudge's shard?
Yeah, it's Fudge's, the PA's shard.
Yep.
Fan of Knives that has the break. So really good against that Centaur, who actually bought back and now has died back. So dead for 100 seconds. Going to see if UNC can make anything of this. They are walking in without their Grimstroke, though. That's the only thing. So they're going to be walking in into an Aegis AM.
The nice thing
and
is,
without
though,
a Grimstroke.
is that UCLA, 0 buybacks on their team, except for AM. And while UNC has the rest. Fiend's Grip on Bat's Rider, although the last was enough with the Skywrath ult, and Fudge demolished, leaving AM unstopped here to go in on Scott. Scott has no mana left. Snow in the tier 4s for whatever reason, so slow from the oil. Well, AM, he gets killed. The Aegis have popped, and Snow able to get away as well. It looks like he's going to be okay, although... Fred got blocked by the creeps, unable to attack Brazel like he wanted to, but finds Bane, and wow, that was. I was gonna say, if UNC had a good fight there, it would have been game over.
Yeah, and they almost got the bat. I think if the bat had gone down, it might have been semi worth it, right? Because the bat is also used a buyback, so would have been a dieback and would have been dead for quite a while. But instead, the bat lived with a sliver of health, right? And pretty much got away scot-free, and now UCLA is back to applying that same pressure because the PA died so quickly. You obviously want to get BKB off.
Oh, missing the hook shot, although they still decide to go in with the Manta Illusions. It looks like Grimstroke's going to be the first to fall. The AM ultimate used. Scott has such low health. Lotus Orb not even able to save him. He gets ignored, though, because of the Yules, but Batrider finishes him off with the Stampede as well as his nuke abilities. It looks like Grimstroke buys back. Okay, Timbersaw has the buyback as well. Whoa! Fudge able to go in. AM's gone for 99 seconds. This is their opportunity. If they can roll through, gets a nice lucky skull bash onto NC. He's dead. And they're on the back foot now. It is really tense between these two teams.
It's really back and forth. Obviously, getting that AM kill is really important. UCLA still up 13K gold, 14K now. So obviously doing well, but with that AM being dead, it's UNC's opportunity to maybe apply some pressure, finally take these mid-racks, though the AM does have buyback, so they need to watch out for that, especially with the Grimstroke having to play bot, pushing out that wave, and the Razor playing from behind.
Cool, this Batrider is so fast, dude. Although he's going to be able to get away from Snow, BKB teleport, and that's a nice thing because now they're in the fountain, and Batrider doesn't have BKB now.
Yeah, but Sky does buy back, so now they have to be careful. They do still have the lasso into Skywrath ultimate combo that they could possibly use, though UNC is going to quickly get the racks and is going to hopefully move out. They just need to make sure they move out with everyone. PA does get the blink out.
Well, yeah.
Scott TPing out, though the hook shot does connect, and PA is going to just get nuked out of there.
Oh, wow. Luffy deserves the tips there. That is huge. Oh.
I know that Fudge is fuming right now.
I know. Yeah, that is terrible. Wow. I was going to say, you know, they can turn this around, go back and wait because Razor has whatever it is, whether it's the Ag Shard or the talent that allows his ult to hit like buildings. So that's why they were able to take out those racks so fast. But now you've got to wait for PA to come back as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels so bad.
I don't know what the Roche timer is.
It's close.
It's pretty close. But
they're going to push anyways without it. They've got ample opportunity here.
They're going to try and take this melee rack. So they are playing without bat, so they got to be a little bit careful here. AM just farming away.
What items does AM have? What's he working towards? Yeah, that guy.
Moonshard?
Oh, Moonshard and thing. Oh, he got Lincoln's.
Butterfly.
I like that a lot, actually. That's nice. Good defensive item when he already has like so many offensive ones. And then what? I don't know. Do you think he'll just put the butterfly into the boots slot?
Probably, yeah, especially because he has so much mobility with the blink, and then he can just abyssal whoever he blinks onto. So he doesn't really need
boots,
the movement speed from boots.
I like the Witchbane too against the Timber Saw. It means he can jump on the Timber Saw pretty confidently.
Yeah.
This aim's looking really good is the conclusion here.
It is, but we've also seen a lot of aggression from UNC, and so they're going to smoke up.
But they're going to get caught by NACE, and he stampedes out. He's okay.
Yeah, but we do have the Roche timer about to come, or Roche about to come up, and both teams are looking like they're going to set up for something. They may want to go for Red, but Red is able to just blink away, and UNC chasing the dust.
Chasing the dust.
They're
just
Luffy
about
here.
to find a fight. Yep, the hoof stomp from Nathan. What UNC thought was going to be initiation for them ends up getting turned around by Nathan almost single-handedly. Both supports fall, and Snow is running away as fast as he can with the spider legs. But Red finds them, and Abyssal Blade, nope. It's just going to be the ultimate, and Snow is dead. PA lassoed in. If AM turns around to kill her, she's gone. Oh my gosh, now it's just going to be, they're going to have to use these buybacks if they want to save this game. Scott manages to get out, but that is not the fight they wanted.
Which is good for him because he's the one without buyback, right?
Right.
So he needs to make it back alive. Though UCLA is now, after winning that fight very heavily, is going to be able to turn their attentions towards the Roshan and hopefully get the Aegis on this AM.
That's interesting. I guess they probably realized that they have the buybacks, but I would have liked to have seen them like push immediately to try to force the buybacks.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just securing this Roshan. Because if you try and force the buybacks, then the UNC team could contest the Roche.
Right.
So just securing the Roche, now you have the Aegis on the AM, who can't die now, or has 2 lives pretty much.
Yeah.
Already can't die, now can't die even more.
Can't die even more. Oh, a wonderful hook shot by Luffy using the rocket flare. And Bane already getting stuck out of this fight. Scott gone as well. All of that health didn't matter at all. And a bunch of tips coming out for Luffy as well. He has almost won this game for them with these crazy hook shots. They're grabbing another set of racks. Buybacks used on Bane, and PA's about to come back. Do they force a fight here? It looks like they might. Snow using his static link, uses the BKB. He's got to focus on Nathan, but as we know, Nathan's so unimportant. Fiend's Grip. Wow, AM getting bursted down so quickly by Fudge. She deals just enough damage, but the Aegis, as Fudge is lassoed away, she gets out though. AM turning out the Fudge. He has the MKB and the ultimate to stop her from even killing NC. And the buyback from PA, it looks like they're able to fend them off for a moment, but wow. I mean, no deaths for UCLA.
They did use the Aegis.
They did use the Aegis, but they're able to pull the buyback out of PA and Razor.
And it's now a 45K net worth lead.
Holy crap. This is a long game, but I think in the end, it's looking like it's going for UCLA here.
Yeah, Razor really drops off late game. I mean, you've seen him trying to BKB static link people, and especially against this AM, like, the AM isn't getting static linked, so you have to, like, kind of static link the Centaur, but the Centaur's just too tanky that it doesn't really affect him. Plus, he doesn't need the attack damage to do anything.
Can we mouse over the Witchbane for a second? The sorry, I was about to speak
thing
in
above the
items.
TP scroll.
The thing above the TP scroll, if you notice.
To the right. Yeah, there.
Purge target enemy or ally. Nobody's getting static linked because he's got this. He just purged them.
Yes, I'm not sure because I know it's a hard dispel. A static link is a hard dispel, so like you can't use your way out of it,
really?
or
you
can't Lotus Orb your way out of it. So it is a hard dispel.
Blech. I don't know what happened in the chat.
I didn't see it either. Looks like something happened, and it looks like UCLA is going to be setting up for this final set of racks in the bottom lane. UNC is there to stop them though.
Oh, nice lasso. They want to get out that pause 3 fast. With the Skyride, the ultimate, it looks like Scott falls down really fast. Fudge BKBs her way through it, and now she's trying to get the better of this fight against AM. He uses his ultimate, and looks like that's the difference maker. Fudge is killed. No buyback. 120 seconds gone. If they can get any value here, it would mean something. But even through the Grimstroke ult, even through everything else UNC can put out, UCLA survives, and they're going to keep on pushing and end this game. Nathan taking out Brazel, buyback from him, but it doesn't matter if Grimstroke buys back. He doesn't have an ult. They can't do anything to stop him. If somehow this push takes more than 90 seconds and PA's back, there's maybe a chance, but a double kill from Nathan, and Brazel dies back. Snow stuck, but with the Lotus Orb, he's able to get out. But look at that. Oh my god. Skull Basher almost killing Snow. Jesus. They're doing a lot here to put pressure on UCLA to bring their attention away from the buildings.
I mean, Nathan is just so tanky at this point that, like, he's jumping in and he's trying to take the attention, but you just don't do any damage against him.
Yeah. Oh, nice hook on the Snow. They catch him out, and that's probably it for him. It's out for Scott. And that's a GG call from Fudge as UCLA takes the series in this first round of the playoff games, sending UNC to the losers bracket.
Yeah, really good game from UCLA, and I honestly thought that UNC was looking really good and could possibly win this game, but UCLA just playing it smart, farming the entire map while UNC was trying to look for picks, and ended up bringing the net worth lead back in their favor, and ended up winning the game because of that.
It was pretty clinical how they just brought back that like 9K deficit, turned it into 45K.
Yeah,
that was amazing for them. I couldn't believe that, and just smart play, like you said.
It really was. Smart. And they had the high ground defense ability. We saw it. They were able to blink in and lasso the PA a couple times, which was really good.
Yeah, that Bat Rider pick was really cool. they were able to get a lot of like utility out of that. It's really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And just overall really good play style from them. Obviously, UNC was trying to go for that high ground push a couple times. It was, I mean, even there towards the end, it was looking decent for UNC. They were getting, well, as UCLA was trying to push UNC's high ground, UNC was able to get some crucial kills and then try and run it back. But I don't know, it looked kind of like a Herald game, running down, running back, running down, running back. But in the end, UCLA is able to run it down and stay down. So
that's how it goes. We're gonna see them next week in the lower bracket.
We won't see them. We'll be in the lower bracket next week.
Yes. So hopefully we win. Hopefully we shoot it out. I mean, this was a tough match. We said before, UCLA Blues only lost to the top team in the league so far. So.
Exactly. And our next game will be against someone who also lost this first round, so hopefully a little bit of an easier game than this. But, I mean, even this game, UNC was holding their own. We saw it in the laning phase the first game. We saw it throughout the whole game, the second game. So they can hold their own against top teams.
They just need to draft well from the beginning.
Yeah,
if we got a normal draft first game and they put a bunch of pressure on UCLA, I think, even if they lost, UCLA still would have probably been less confident going into game 2. I don't know. But we'll see.
Also, very unfortunate that UNC ended up getting first pick both games. I don't know exactly how that works.
True.
I don't know if they get the pick and they just chose map pick first or what, but UCLA able to counter pick UNC ended up being really good. I mean, they got that 4th pick AM or against that Razor, so that was obviously a really good pick. And then last picking Batrider, also really good. So
UCLA Blue showing why they've been doing so well in this league. So
exactly.
Good on them.
Yep, so we are moving to lower bracket like Cheese did say, so we will be back next week with lower bracket action, hopefully cheering on UNC to a victory and moving on through that lower bracket run. But yeah, so we made playoffs, unfortunately moved down to lower bracket, but we will continue with more action next week. Until then, I'm Camo Henry.
I'm Cheese Tubby.
And we are going to sign out for today. Make sure to stay...
Tar Heel Blue.
Yeah, Tar Heel Blue. Bye.